I am presently out in the front yard in a, well, it wasn't really a corral. It wasn't big enough for a corral. Some stock panels that we'd been feeding hay out here for over a year, like some horses, and I see a couple of my kids walking out, and they weren't supposed to be out of the house. Their daddy's getting them. But if you hear something in the background, it's the road grader. Anyways, we decided that this was a pretty good place to make a garden, and we will put some other wire around it so when the horses are out in the yard, they won't be able to get the vegetables. There's oh, this snake, I don't know if you can tell. It's about to shed. Its eyes are all clouded over, and so its coloring's not so great too, but it's I don't know if it's a baby king snake, a baby rat snake, something like that, and it's little. I mean, there's a roly-poly next to it, so it's not happy with me right now. I'm gonna see if I can shoot it into a bucket and go put it in a better spot so I can keep working over here. We don't have a hoe, so this little kid's little flat shovel was working pretty good to help break up the ground. Hey, what are you doing? Well, you can just stand right there. Can you see my face?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, and it had already been hit with the tiller. My husband used the tiller on it, but it's not working right now to give it another pass. So I'm gonna work this up and cover it with some fabric.
Yeah.
And then I will go in the line. And then after that, I'll be able to start planting different things out here. Gonna have a variety in each bed. Can you see me, or are you looking down here at my knee?
I was looking down there from your knee.
You were looking down there from my knee. Yeah, I'm putting little saplings in that bucket. All right, you can shut the video off now. Changed tactics a little bit. Ugh. I decided maybe I could break up a little bit more if I was just using both hands. But I know I'm gonna do 2 rows, like a row all the way around the edge, but I think I might be able to grow something in the middle too, and something small, short, that way. This is a pretty humid area, so I want it to get a lot of air circulation around the growing plants. So that's why I'm not trying to I'm not going to cram a whole lot of stuff in here. So if there's shorter stuff in the middle, then, you know, I think that'll work out all right overall. We will see.
That's a cool snake.
I know. That's a good snake. When it gets bigger, it'll eat like... Went up under there. It is a big... Oh, here it comes. Step on the other side of me, Gwendolyn, you can see it. It's a big ring neck. So this thing is pretty much full grown, as far as I know, because they only get a few inches long. And yeah, there must have been some different snakes denned up underneath the hay bale that had been here, and I don't see the snake now.
Would you get it?
It is 4:30 in the afternoon, and it has already been a full day. It feels like it. I am probably talking very quietly because it is quiet back here. But I'm taking a little rest. The kids are either napping or playing nicely together. It's awesome. And the dog is coughing. like the perfect temperature back here right now. Breezy. I'm hot a little bit from all the stuff I've been doing. So I thought, oh, I'd just get some water and I'll sit back here and enjoy the moment. This isn't just for show. I'm really thirsty. So this is actually, this is what I had my wedding toast in. Rather than wine glasses, my husband and I had coffee, and we used these coffee cups. Mine says bride, his says groom. He doesn't use his, and I didn't use mine for the longest time, and I'm like, it's sitting in there, and I want to use it, so I did. So, yeah, that's kind of, sometimes it's a little reminder to, like, why we all need those reminders, or to kind of walk down memory lane and remember why you fell in love with someone. It helps. I feel like that guy that made that video about the mechanic. You don't have to have this, but it helps. Hilarious. So, yeah, today's been really nice and really fun, and a couple things didn't go as planned at all, but I just kept going. I kind of just made the best of those situations and then moved on to the next thing. And I used a lawnmower for the first time, not one with a motor, like an old-fashioned type push one. Worked okay because of the type of stuff. I was just making a path from our driveway to our garden site, and I worked in the garden site, and apparently some different varieties of snakes have denned up under there because I found not one, not two, but 3. And that's just while I was out there, because I ate lunch and I came back and I had to get materials and come back, and the kids, they went for a ride with their Mimi and her 4x thingy. I don't know. What'd you classify that as? But anyways, there was 2. Oh, I'm gonna have to look. I will look, and I will have to put that up there, because I know it's kind of like a rat snake type, but I'm not sure which species it is off the top of my head. I know where to look, though. I think every state has a website that kind of helps you identify snakes and a few other native reptiles. Yeah, I've seen that. I know there is, at least for here, and I've looked for the neighboring states, so I kind of think everywhere does. It's worth looking. Should pop up at the top of your list. So that's pretty useful. Around here, there's only 4 or 5. Let me think. There's water moccasins and cottonmouths. Oh, those are the same thing. Copperheads are the other one. Those are kind of common in this area. And then there's 4 or 5 different types of rattlesnakes, which are super easy to identify. To me, all of those are really easy to identify because, I don't know, that's just one of the things that kind of stuck with me. I'm very visual, and so seeing a good picture really just it sticks with me. I keep that picture. So anyways, there was 2 of them that were the same type, and I guess they were born like last year, because they weren't very big, but they didn't look like they just hatched out of an egg either. And then there was a type of like worm snake. They don't get large at all. This one was pretty big for the type that it was. They have kind of this, it's kind of a gray-brown, like, I don't know. They make me think of salmon, though, because they're this gray-brown on the top, and then they have a bright, peachy salmon-colored underbelly, and this one had the ring around its neck. It seemed like it also had like a little bit of a black mark right on its face. So that was cool. It came out of the ground like while I was right there. And I didn't see the second one coming out, but it had to have been, because I just looked behind me and then I turned around and I looked again and it was right there. I was like, oh, well. And that one just went on its merry little way. The first one I moved, which I videoed when I found it, so I just shoot it into a bucket and moved it to another safe spot because it was about to shed its skin. So, you know, I think you should help take care of the things around you. Some people think just because something's wild that it is, you should just leave it alone. Let nature take its course. You know, I think we just kind of have a responsibility to, if you can do good, if you can help, you should. So, it goes for people too, not just animals. But yeah, so I worked that, and I put some fabric down out there, and I might go back out and do some seeds, but probably not. I'm probably gonna cook some food and wash clothes. I watered my seedlings, and my little places I've started seeds. And yep, I guess that's it. I don't know. I'm just gonna enjoy the quiet now, and I'll talk to you next time.